I noticed that a lot of people would ask, they say, do I need to have a partner in order for me to practice Tantra?
Mm-hmm.
And I've been to some of your classes. A lot of people are just single.
Mm-hmm.
So, so that's the question. Do you have to have a partner in order to practice Tantra? And how do you do it if you have no partner?
Well, this is what I love about,
Yeah.
this is real Tantra, okay? So we're not trying to sell better relationships, we're not trying to sell better orgasms or any of that stuff. This is real Tantra. And you don't need anyone to transform yourself, to heal. And I'm good, it's a good thing, because I did all of the intensives as a participant alone. I was without a partner most of my experience with Tantra up until just like a year and a half ago. So no, you don't need a partner. You can learn through the science of the practice and through the healing processes of moving that repressed energy. You learn how to open yourself up to the flow of Kundalini within you, the orgasmic energy, the orgasmic aspect, which is the Shakti aspect of the Kundalini as well. And what starts to happen is you just can breathe and be relaxed, and the energy moves on its own. And it's for awakening consciousness, to become more awake, more alive. You don't need a partner. You don't even have to touch yourself, to be orgasmic. Because in Tantra, you shift from a goal of orgasm to becoming an orgasmic being. And it can happen, spontaneously. And it's not like that Saturday Night Live skit where you're in an orgasm.
I saw that on YouTube,
because
right?
it's through your whole being,
Yeah.
It's like when you're a child and you're bubbling with life force energy all through you, and you're not trying to hold it down or do anything with it. It just bubbles and courses through you, and you're in a state of wonder and innocence and aliveness. That's what Tantra will give you.
The one question that I would like to ask is, like, for someone who's just kind of like been coming to the classes and just kind of observing and just kind of winging it, what advice can you give, and what, I guess, way to mentor someone who's just like trying to learn about it?
Oh, well, you can learn about it just through coming to the classes, or you could read the website material and then find material that kind of calls to your heart from Osho, or Bodhi Avanasha has actually written a couple of books that we use. There are textbooks. One is Jewel in the Lotus that she co-authored with Sunyata, and then Tantra Bliss, a method to, I can't remember the exact name of it, but we call it the Bliss Book, or Tantra Bliss Book, that she wrote sometime later. And they're amazing books. They give you a lot of the techniques, practices, and also the science around this and the philosophy, and it's a good question. Those books I would highly recommend, and just to keep showing up for yourself, like I did.
So, if somebody that has never been to a Tantra class, what would they expect when they walk into a Tantra class? What's the formula? What did you do in a Tantra class?
Well, in our Tantra class.
Yeah, in your Tantra class, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for the
I don't
correction.
know what happens in the other ones.
Yeah.
I don't want to know, maybe. I don't know. But, well, we connect. I know when I go to my Hatha class, yoga, I love it, and I love my teacher, and I get so much from it, but we're not connecting with each other. In the Tantra Kriya class, you'll come in, we sit in a circle, all facing each other. We get to know each other through a process of Namaste circle, where we're honoring each other, maybe learning a little bit about each other in that process, and then going through a practice, the science of Ipsalu, and then moving into what we call the heart space, where it's a choreographed, interactive exchange. Yeah, and people connecting in Namaste from the heart and spirit with each other.
What is the practice? What is it?
Okay. Well, there's a lot of different techniques that we offer.
Okay.
But the steps of the practice are to activate the physical and etheric bodies through movement, and then we still the mind through different meditative techniques. Then we arouse our sexual energy sometimes with pelvic rocking or little squeezes, just to get enough juice that in the fourth step of the practice we can transmute that energy up to connect it with heart and consciousness. And to really learn how to do that. Yeah. Then we sit in stillness and let all of that integrate. It's a perfect preparation for meditation. And it's only in that still place in your mind where you let that go that you're going to find out who you truly are. No one can give that to you. It's all there. You just have to let the stuff get out of the way. So this practice will get you there.
That's one of the things that attracted me personally to meditation. I've been practicing meditation for almost 40 years or so. I started at 2 years old. But and I remember when I went to your first class, I was a friend of mine, a mutual friend, she brought me there. I haven't seen her for a while. But I sat there, and the exercise part, I was familiar with it because the martial arts and Qigong and Tai Chi, and it's all similar, some of these things. Slightly different, of course, but and then when we sat down and we did the meditation, I remember we were, and I actually, it was easy for me to be in the witness state, and I was at awe, and I said, well, I like that. This is really a formula that just works just like that, you know, and that's what attracted me, and I kept really going back to the classes because of that meditation part and being in the witness and being alive, and the fun that we have afterwards. You know, when the little kids just come out and play and the dancing, and there are many weekends. Your classes are on Friday nights usually, right?
Yes.
There are many weekends when I have like a really rough weekend at work, and I end up going there on Friday night to your class, and sometimes I'm reluctant to go, and I don't feel like dealing with anyone or talking to anyone, and by the time the class is over, I'm laughing, the kid comes out, and we go out and eat, and it's like, it's really wonderful. It does work. So you're welcome. I know you're hungry yourself, and you've had a long day, and we've been and people here maybe will do what we always do after our workshops. We're going to go out and have some dinner and fellowship. But does anybody have any other questions for Nayano before we end this interview?
The only thing I'd like to add is how fortunate we are to have a senior teacher here. Like, I'm just so grateful, Nayano, that you are here and that I live in Florida, that we have the opportunity to have your experience, because I think you've been training now for 10 years, and it's just such a beautiful example of this path and this work and everything that you offer us, and just very grateful.
Thank you. And because of her, we're having many more teachers are just coming out, and Tantra teachers. They're really in the community, and some are practicing. Thank you. Do you have a final word?
I just want to acknowledge how blessed we are to have such a beautiful community, and that we don't want the night to end. We'll go to dinner. We just keep the community time going. And it took some perseverance over the years to hold the ground here in South Florida and to keep the integrity of this work, because there's so much emphasis on sex tantra, and a lot of that had come through my classes, and I just want to acknowledge that we have a beautiful community, and I feel so blessed to persevere and to have beautiful, amazing people around that want this and they participate.
And because of you, this community is getting bigger and getting stronger every day, and it's healing everything. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Namaste.
Namaste.